What's more likely?
Never say never, but never.
Ah, yes. Here we go. What do you got over there, Chris?
Hey, guys, let's start with the NFL draft. That's coming up. Less than 4 weeks now. What's more likely, the quarterbacks are going 1 through 4 or any other scenario?
Any other scenario. 1 through 4 is nutty. 1 through 4 is nutty.
Just takes one trade for 1 through 4.
I get it. What if everybody's tire kicked Anthony Richardson and or Will Levis, and they're like, yeah, we're good. That means Arizona doesn't get what they want, and they'll choose Will Anderson.
Yep.
That's what that means. What if the Colts tire kick Anthony Richardson and Will Levis and come to the conclusion the better play is to stay put and trade back up into the first round for Hendon Hooker by the end of the first night?
Ooh.
What if they figure that?
That's fun.
Then they stay put at 4 and choose someone else, and then spend the rest of the night of everybody saying, what's their malfunction? Are they really, who's going to be their quarterback this year? What have they done? And then they trade back in for the first round to get a 5th year of control for Hendon Hooker, knowing that he may not start year 1 anyway. Right? So, what if they trade back into the first? This is you want the most mind-blowing scenario?
I want all of them.
What if the Colts trade back into the first round after choosing 4th overall? Trade back into the first round and then sign Lamar Jackson to an offer sheet. Or sign him to an offer sheet before the draft hits. There'd be a lot of moving parts to make sure that they have to get that first round pick back to use to send to the Ravens. 5 days before the draft, so it expires, and the Ravens have to match or not in the middle of the first round of the draft.
Or they trade back into the first round and then use that pick that they acquired
right
to send to the Ravens.
Yes, after the Ravens have officially not matched earlier in the day.
Right. Oh, that would be fun.
I don't know how that's possible. I just came up with a gobbledygook answer to basically say I'll choose option anything else other than 4 in a row. What else you got, Chris?
All right, what's more likely to lead their team to the playoffs this year? Mac Jones or Lamar Jackson?
I'll go Lamar because I think he's going to wind up playing in Baltimore again.
You do?
I do. I just I will find it very difficult to I will find it. Look, I don't know him personally and what makes him tick, and I know that he's a man on principle and so on and so forth, but you can play the sport that you love and you're brilliant at in age 26. You're not going to be 26 again, being offered $32 million to play the sport that you love in a place that does, coaching-wise, love you. Front office, you may not feel the love. Ownership, you may not feel the love, but... Or does he sit at home? I do believe that's the way it's going to go for Lamar. Like, he will find himself in that position this summer.
I can't imagine he sits out.
And I think that the Ravens with Lamar are a team that is, better. Seeing Roquan Smith in purple for a full year is going to be dangerous, folks. Oh. What else, Chris?
I think this is pretty fun. How about this? The division most likely to have more Pro Bowl quarterbacks.
Can I guess the options before you even show me?
Sure.
AFC West. AFC East. That's one of them. And the other one is NFC East?
NFC East or AFC East?
I'll go AFC East. Rodgers and Allen. That's 2. And again, they've got to be chosen, not because they're, they become the 6th alternate.
Top 5.
You got to be chosen. The first 3 that are out of the chute, then they have to then say, I'm not playing.
Someone's going to make the Super Bowl, so give it 4.
I'll go AFC East.
No NFC, no NFC East love?
NFC East is what? I think it's Jalen Hurts, and that'll be it.
Hurts, Dak, and Danny Dimes.
Okay, very good. Now, if Lamar winds up in Washington because that's Dan Snyder's last move,
now.
Say that's $6 billion, it's now 7. Again, Succession comes to mind. Go watch last week's episode. What else, Chris?
All right. What's more likely? This is Bill Belichick's last year with the Patriots, or Tom Brady comes back?
Oh, God, so stupid. Oh, my gosh. I'll go what's more likely is it's Bill's last year with the Patriots.
No Tom? Why isn't San Francisco called Tom?
Because they're not going to call Tom.
Did you see the beach football videos?
I did.
Come on, people.
I know it's Top Gun.
He's shredded.
And again, if Miami needs him, that has been explained to me by those who are like, keep an eye on Tom. There's a reason why he's going to be a free agent in March and didn't sign a one-day contract or help out the Bucks with their salary cap. He wants his options open. That's the way it was described to me, and the way it was also described to me is if Miami needs him, that's the first person they're going to call, and why not? But there's a lot of ifs and buts, so if I had to choose one, I would be Bills last year with New England. What else, Chris?
All right, let's switch to some hoops real quick. Dallas spiraling. What's more likely? The Mavericks. What is this? What is this music? Mavericks make it out of the play-in tournament or miss the playoffs altogether.
Miss the playoffs altogether. That's more likely right now. I can't believe it.
It's shocking.
Quite frankly. I don't know, man. It just seems to be some bad vibes right there right now.
One game behind OKC right now for a 10th spot.
I got it. I think missing it entirely. There it is. There's your standings. My goodness. What happened? They were the 6th seed a month ago. Wow. Just the bottom's falling out. What else, Chris?
All right, last night both 1 seeds lost. Again, has anyone seen the Bucks? I'm worried about them.
Oh boy.
More likely to make the finals, Bucks or Nuggets?
Dude, Jokic didn't play last night.
Neither did the Bucks.
Jokic didn't play last night. We're now in the portion of last 2 weeks of the season.
Everybody's sitting out.
Yeah, people are sitting out. Like, why would Jokic play back-to-backs, with 2 weeks to go? They're a 50-win team. They have a nice cushion over Memphis. Why play him? And then the Bucks, why would they give? What point would it be where you're serving notice to Boston? You think last night was a notice served on Milwaukee last night?
We beat them by 80. Yes.
Actually, it's 40. But what do you got?
Yeah, I do.
Really, that was a notice served last night.
On their home court.
Got it. Out of here.
Did you see what happened?
I mean,
did you watch the game?
I didn't.
It was over at halftime.
Good to know.
Can you do that 3 more times
So are
in
you
the 7-game
asking me-
series?
We've done it each of the last few playoffs.
I'm taking the
yes.
Nuggets. What else?
The man has spoken.
Thank you.
So I wrote this before you came in and did your spiel about Ohtani, and I saw that great stat. What's more likely, the Angels make the playoffs or Ohtani is traded this season?
Traded. And it's got to happen. I'm sorry.
Because he's a free agent after this year, so you have to trade him.
Why not?
Get something.
Did you see the video of him using the pitch comm last night? Again,
I was watching
just
the
to
game.
repeat, just to repeat
He was
again.
amazing.
To repeat again. This slugger, this top slugger in Major League Baseball, who can also run maybe the fastest from home to first base. This guy has so many pitches in his arsenal that the machinery that communicates which pitch is going to be thrown between pitcher and catcher that the catcher wears must be put on Ohtani for him to call the pitches, because if the catcher works through too many options with Ohtani from his point of view, the pitch clock would run out. So Ohtani's wearing it, and because it's so far out in the open for everyone to see, if he wears it on his sleeve, on his wrist, he puts it up on his non-throwing bicep. Mm-hmm. And he's punching on his glove hand without seeing the numbers. He knows where it is on his arm, and he's hitting the numbers, and that's how he threw 6 scoreless with 10 strikeouts last night.
I can't wait till next baseball season.
He's got to be traded. If this team does not perform by June 1, June will be lit.
Oh.
Yeah. It's got to be.
All-Star break. I mean,
but this is not something that could just be done in a week. You can't just have an Ohtani sale in a week. You've got to have a lot of conversations. This is a lot. This is a huge, prospects, current players, and then ownership saying, I mean, obviously everyone's going to be able to stroke a check in baseball, but not a lot to $600 million. That's what's going to cost. It has to start with a 6
least.
because he's the best slugger and he's the best pitcher all in one. Best sluggers get $300 million. Best pitchers get $300 million. Do the math.
600.
So I would say traded more than making the playoffs right now. I hope I'm wrong. What else, Chris?
Yeah,
Anything else?
one more.
Ah, yes. Uh-oh, what happened?
Do you think we need one more?
Thank you.
All right, we'll get
I
one
thought we
more.
lost George for a second. What else?
Hey, George. All right, last one. More likely, one of these combos to make the World Series. Either Dodgers or Padres or Mets Yankees. Which combo more likely to make the World Series? At least one.
Well, I'll turn to you, TJ. You gonna be healthy enough? You got Verlander already on the IL. You got two. You got Jurassic Park at the top of your lineup. I mean, at the top of your rotation.
Well,
I don't know who we have at our rotation. We already got.
So many injuries for you.
Severino's on the IL to start the season,
I mean,
and
apparently-
Rodon's not going to show up till May.
Apparently, Verlander's injury isn't serious, judging from everything I was watching yesterday after the game. So
you're saying what's more likely? What's the more
Yeah, I
likely? Because
didn't-
Padres can't play in the World Series.
No, I know, but do one of the Dodgers or Padres make it, or
Or
is it
one-
more likely a Mets
I'd
Yankees?
go with Dodgers Padres. How am I wrong?
Well, the Padres
Wouldn't you
stunk
agree?
last night.
Wouldn't you agree?
no, I'm gonna say Mets Yankees.
All right.
I mean, if not, then why am I going to waste my time for 162 games?
I'm not saying
swing?
you're okay.
You know,
I'm not wasting my time. I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy
Oh,
every second of
It's
it.
not enjoyable when my team stinks. At
I'm going to be
baseball.
enjoying
I'm gonna be honest.
every second Donaldson hits into that inning-ending 6-4-3 double play. I'm sorry. I don't know why I pick on the bringer of rain. Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.